All right, thank you. Does anybody else have another question for Dr. Burton?
Yeah, someone's got a question over here. I can feel it. Who's hiding? I'm going to pick out the person who's...
Oh,
okay. Yes.
hello, I have one. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm an outsider. My question for you is, very inspiring speech, and from your proofs, there is a lot of involvement towards autonomous driving and artificial intelligence. What's the end game, the whole picture? Well, a second here. Anyway, is there a simulation of benefits for humanity on a 50 years period in a growing population with, I don't know, probably over 10 billion people on Earth? It's like, it's very exciting, it's like curing cancer or something like that. But aren't there more important things to focus our intelligence, or I don't know? Just, I'm an outsider, okay, just an outsider.
So the end game, in a business sense, is world domination. That's what Uber's going after, Google. I mean, all the top Silicon Valley companies are looking to be global leaders in their respective markets, world leaders. Usually ethically, sometimes unethically. The bigger picture, so typically usually doesn't directly focus into company business modeling and planning, because these are effects across multiple companies, multiple industries. I'm sure there are some think tanks. So think tanks, who would kind of aggregate this. This is moving so quickly that the think tanks aren't even on top of everything that's going on. The reason this is important, and it's just beyond building new companies and making profits, is that we're using a transportation system which is over 100 years old, with technology solutions that are over 100 years old. We're making probably too many cars. Okay, there was a study done last year in New York City. So if the question was, how many self-driving cars would it require in New York City to replace all of the taxis? So there are 13,000 taxis in New York City. How many self-driving cars would be needed to replace, provide the same level of service to citizens of New York City? The answer, the simulation they came up with, was between 4 and 5,000. So imagine the reduction in environmental impact. Okay.
Huge.
We saw another estimate here that in the US by 2030, 25% would be self-driving cars. That included a reduction from 5.1 million cars. So 5.1 million cars would be replaced by something like 4 million. So imagine the environmental savings for that. Self-driving vehicles, so we were just talking about this on the way down. We almost got hit by a crazy truck. I mean, I thought that the truck was sliding across us, it was going too fast. I thought the truck was going to continue, and it was actually coming to our windshield for a minute. Self-driving vehicles are much safer. Once they're fully proven, we're going to see a massive reduction in traffic accidents and fatalities. We're going to see, fewer traumas.
The next best thing before curing cancer, right?
Well, and we'll put cancer-solving machines inside autonomous cars, so cure cancer on the way to getting your pizza.
Yeah.
So more, and this is just cars. Then there's logistics. There's the warehousing system, the logistics system. Now there are huge social impacts. So there's a big debate in the United States now about what about all the job losses of all these robotic systems replacing millions of people. And we're already have seen this in Europe, that the demonstrations by taxi drivers in Brussels, German cities, French, Spanish cities, because the taxi drivers have already felt directly threatened by Uber, for example, not self-driving, but just by other different business models. Look at the social disruption that caused. And when you think about the millions of truck drivers, the millions of warehouse employees, okay, who could be potentially replaced by warehouse robots, by autonomous trucks out there driving that don't need drivers or that are monitored remotely, you know, from a remote control center instead of a driver in each truck. What are we going to do with those people? We have no idea. Nobody knows what the solution to that is, other than maybe some form of basic income, universal basic income. But there's a big debate whether, so are people just going to be couch potatoes that sit on their sofas for their whole lives and just get really fat, or are they going to use that income, you know, so they don't have to worry about housing, maybe medical insurance? They can be very creative. So this is a big debate about human nature. Are we couch potatoes, most of us, or are we really latent artists and inventors? A lot of speculation, nobody really knows. So yes, there's a lot of thinking going on, but overall in terms of environment, safety, accidents, you know, reduced environmental impact, reduced manufacturing. This is a concern for car companies. You know, are we actually going to be producing fewer cars and trucks because the system's more efficient? Well, maybe they should be getting into, you know, small robotics, for example, as a way to, you know, address the lower, you know, production volume in traditional cars and trucks. I don't know. But yes, there's a lot of thinking, and the social benefits, I think we expect overall, if we could solve this unemployment issue, which is a big if, environmentally, if you just think of the reduction in carbon, this is electric vehicles more than just autonomous. But if you think about all the pollutants that go into making tires and, you know, aluminum, you know, other components of cars, plastics, it could be a major contributor to climate change reduction.
Thank you for your answer.
Right, and I think we have time for one more question.
Hello. I want to ask if you are friends with Elon Musk.
No. I met him once, back in 2005.